Hi friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Carla Joy and I'm a thrifted decorator enthusiast. I believe you can live your best life on a thrifted budget. So in this Thrift to Treasure video, I'm going to be turning this very old, very dated bread box into a beautiful gift for a housewarming present for my mother-in-law. So stay tuned. So here I'm starting out by removing these very old, very ugly ducks from the bread box, which was kind of a tedious task because there was some really old hot glue that was on there, and eventually you'll see me get some tweezers to start pulling it off. And throughout most of this video, guys, I have a very serious face. It was really, really hot in the garage, even though it was nighttime when I was working in there. And that's just my normal concentration face. So here, guys, I got my sander out. I'm going to start sanding this bad boy down, getting all that yucky varnish off of there and that really old wood finish off of there. So here, guys, I'm just getting out my sandpaper so I can manually sand just the spots that I couldn't get with my sander. And after I do that, I go ahead and take these wooden dowels and I cut them down with this handsaw that I have here just to fill that void in the front that you can see that used to be where the cutting board sat. And I'm using E6000 to glue that down. And I do end up gluing 3 of them together to fill that area that once was the cutting board, just so it looks a little more polished. I'm now prepping my paint, just this plain white acrylic paint, to whitewash the finish on the wood. I'm going to shake my paint up and then I'm going to mix just some paint. I just kind of eyeball it with some water. Once I have that mixed, I can then start my whitewash. And guys, there's so many techniques to whitewashing. Here I'm just kind of putting my paint mixture on and then going back through and wiping it off where I find necessary. My mother-in-law didn't want paint on her bread box, so she said she wanted like a really, really light colored wood, and that's all I had to go with. And she showed me a picture, so I was able to, create the same look by doing so. And here I'm wiping off the hardware on top, which is black. And I don't want that to be white in any way. So this is just one technique. You can also, in a minute, I'm going to be dabbing the brush and then just using very, very little paint to go over top. But this is definitely something that is up to your preference and how you want to do it. This is one technique. You can also achieve this look or similar to this look by doing something called dry brushing. And I can do that in a different video. And if you have any questions on whitewashing, please feel free to ask in the comments below. So then here I just start using what's left in my little bucket and just putting that last little bit on the bread box. So I'm just giving this one last final clean with some vinegar and water solution and a wet rag. So here, guys, I go ahead and take my stencil and some masking tape, and I'm going to go ahead and create my lettering. I got this stencil from Etsy, and I'm an eyeballer. I don't measure, I just kind of stick it on there. So here, guys, I'm going to actually start mixing my colors. The acrylic paint, I have some brown, some white, a color called Country Gray, and then eventually I'm going to add a little bit of black to that because it wasn't quite dark enough. I wanted like a brownish gray color. And then you'll see me mix it up and apply it with a sponge brush. When applying your paint on a stencil, you want to be really sparse with the paint. Don't be super generous because then it causes it to bleed from underneath. And this particular stencil was actually really thick and substantial, but sometimes you get really thin ones, and the paint sometimes just seeps through or seeps under it. And then here, guys, once my paint is dry, I carefully remove my tape and my stencil. Then using the smaller brush and the remainder of my paint, I'm going to then connect my letters. Using this small, very worn piece of sandpaper that's 100 grit, I'm going to go over the letters so that the paint isn't so perfect and the wood comes through the paint on the letters a little bit. Thanks so much, friends, for watching this video. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'd love to have you. I'm hoping to reach 20 more subscribers for the month of September. Thank you so much. Bye, friends.